Hey, welcome back everyone. Today I will be discussing my experience with the Overwatch 2 beta, as I did have access. I'll bottom line it for you right out of the gate though. I don't think Overwatch 2 is going to be worth your money, and I'll explain why in this video. But first, let me tell you what I did like about Overwatch 2. There's about 3 things that I actually liked. One is the graphics have been improved, and it looks buttery smooth. The colors really pop, there are some subtle particle effects thrown in, and overall, the game looks absolutely gorgeous. So, full marks to the development team who oversaw beautifying the game. Number 2, the audio quality has also improved, and I think rather dramatically. I'll give you an example as best I can word it. If you can picture in your head the sound of Junkrat's grenade launcher, you'll remember that when fired, the sound has a more high frequency. The sound the grenade makes, on its way out of the launcher, has a snappy, poppy quality to it, right? In Overwatch 2, that same sound has been beefed up quite a bit, and delivers a more bass-oriented thud. And overall, the audio feels like it wants to kick its way through your eardrum. In a good way, of course. So again, full marks to the audio department for really ramping up the sound design, because it was done rather well. The third thing I didn't mind here is, well, first I should start out by saying, I've heard some other YouTubers discuss this, and they didn't like it, but I don't necessarily have a problem with it, and it's the maps. Some of the old maps are recycled from Overwatch 1 into Overwatch 2, but they gotta change. What I'm getting at is, some of the maps, like Dorado, can be played during the day now, as opposed to at night, like in Overwatch 1. Is this a huge deal? Well, no, of course not. But if Blizzard is going to keep the old maps, you might as well throw in some variety. So I'm totally fine with the time changes in the maps. In fact, I say rotate the time changes of all the maps. Go crazy. Why not? Number 4, now on to the things that I didn't like. So, point number 4 would be, the matchmaking is still highly suspect. I'm either steamrolling my opposing team effortlessly, or my team gets obliterated and there's nothing anyone can do about it. It's really sad. There's no middle ground here. Now, I won't get into a conspiracy regarding the matchmaking system itself. That's not the point of this video. Maybe someday I will do it. But if you feel so inclined, go Google these 3 words: handicapping, Overwatch, and Cuthbert. Have fun nosediving into that rabbit hole. The 5th thing I'd like to mention is the lack of extra or new content is honestly quite befuddling. You would think that there would be a whole metric butt-ton of brand new content if Blizzard were going to have the balls to place a number 2 next to Overwatch's name. But the only difference between Overwatch 1 and 2 is that the matches are now 5v5 instead of 6v6, and there's an additional objective that includes you protecting a robot that pushes a block to its destination. Whoever pushes that block the farthest wins. If you manage to push the block to its destination, you also win. Don't get me wrong, it's a neat idea, but hardly worthy of slapping the number 2 on the game. The idea behind the 5v5, I can only assume, is to reduce the time players must wait in queue for a match because the matches themselves feel the same as Overwatch 1. There's no real gameplay difference between the 2 games and their respective team composition. It plays similarly, is what I'm getting at. 6th thing I want to mention actually is the PvE, which I did not get to play because it was not available in the beta. Now, I assume that I know what's going to be in the PvE, and I think I have some evidence to back it up. You're gonna know what's in the PvE if you ever played Junkenstein's Revenge, or if you played Attack of the Omnics, for those special events in Overwatch. I strongly believe that the PvE content is going to be exactly like that. They're going to have scenarios based around you going through multi-waves of AI bots. with some story sprinkled around it. And it's going to all involve pretty much the same maps. So I don't think the PvE is going to be really that different from what we've already experienced in Overwatch 1 already. So there's that to think about. My last point I want to make, number 7, is my main concern regarding Overwatch 2 and Overwatch in general is the nagging, continual necessity to constantly balance the game. This is one of Blizzard's Achilles' heels, as it were. Overwatch, it appears, is destined to be subjected to constant number crunching to, quote, get it right. And I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think Overwatch just has far too much happening in the gameplay mechanics for a true balance to ever occur. You got your standard attacks, like your, soldier's gun, Junkrat's grenade launcher, that kind of thing. So you got your standard attacks, you got your special abilities, and then you have your ultimates on top of all that. The game is forever chasing its balanced tail, and I think there's just too much going on for Blizzard to ever finally fix it, unfortunately. And that's all I've got for this video. Please be sure to Falcon Punch that subscribe button, as it does me loads of good. Let me know in the comments below how much you agreed or disagreed with my sentiments regarding Overwatch, or if you felt that it was informative, either way. I would also be more than happy to answer any questions if you have any, so throw them in the comment section. Go ham. And until next time, friends, have fun.